Today on MTG Unpacked, we're continuing to crack open the Ravnica Allegiance pre-release packs. And today it is Simic, so that is blue-green. And with me to do the pack blessing duties today, I have Nissa and Kiora. So let's set them aside and let them rest a little before we do the pack blessings. If you're not familiar, the pack blessings are how we get extra value on this channel. Alright. Without further ado, let's get stuck into this, and hopefully I can hide the code there. Let's do it like that. Yes, there will be a code, and we get a nice die here. Look at that. Very cool. Alright, anything else? Nope. Let's lay out the pack. So as I was saying, yes, there will be a... Actually, are we missing a pack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I see. That comes. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we get the pre-seeded pack. So, are we missing a pack? Okay, there we go. I thought you'd get 6, but no, you only get 5. So let's get started here. So somewhere in this video will be an MTG Arena code for free draft entry. Stay tuned for that. Keep your eyes peeled. Start off with a Shimmer of Possibility, Prowling Caracal, Rubblebelt Runner, Mammoth Spider, Thirsting Shade, Senate Courier, Wrecking Beast, Gruul Locket, Frenzied Arynx, Oars of Locket, and for the uncommons we have a Vindictive Vampire, Cult Guildmage, Cry of the Carnarium, and the rare is a Tithe Taker. So this is a creature, human soldier, 2/1 for 2 mana during your turn. Spells your opponent's cast cost 1 more to cast, and abilities your opponents activate cost 1 more to activate. Unless some mana abilities. It has Afterlife 1, so when this creature dies, create a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token with flying. Alright, pretty good. And an Oars of Guildgate and a Beast token. Okay, so let's lay things out here. And before we continue on, we'll do a little bit of a switcheroo here. Let's take a look at this thing. I forgot about it. Okay, so some tips on building a pre-release deck. They recommend 2 colors, 40 cards, 15 to 18 creatures, 5 to 8 other spells. Here's your mana curve, and 17 lands. Simic. We are the Simic Combine. To improve something, you must first understand it. Interesting. Okay, so pop that over there. Let's dig into our next pack. We have Night of Sorrows, Feral Marker, Shimmer of Possibility. You got another one of those, so that could be nice to have a few of those. Stony Strength, this would be another good one to use here. Thirsting Shade, Ill-Gotten Inheritance, Aeromunculus. So we've got one of these cool mutant creatures. We could chuck him in the deck as well. Cerulean Caretaker, Summary Judgment, and for the uncommons we have Gateway Sneak, Shark to Crab. Yes, we would have to put this guy in. Fish, Octopus, Crab. He would definitely make the cut in my book. Wilderness Reclamation. At the beginning of your end step, untap all lands you control. I'm going to say this would probably make it in as well. And the rare is Electro Dominance. So this is an instant 4X and 2 mountains. Deals X damage to any target. You may cast a card with convert mana cost X or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. Okay, so maybe we would want to splash in some red here. Make it a 3-color deck. And a nice... Ooh, look at the foiling on that. Foil Skitter Eel. Creature Fish Crab. Fantastic foiling. Let's make some room here for that. And a Simic Guildgate and a Thopter token. So we would use the Simic Guildgate as well, I would bet. Okay, next pack here. What do we get here? We have a Coral Commando. Merfolk Warrior, that would be a good one. Bring to Trial. Storm Strike. Stony Strength. Noxious Grudian. Gateway Plaza. Deface. Simic Locket. So there's another one we can use. Senate Griffin. And by the way, you're not restricted to Simic. You could do a Rakdos deck from here, but the chances are you're going to have more cards in the Simic colours because you get that seeded pack over there. So we'll take a look at that in a moment. Senate Griffin. Scuttlegator. Yes, we're getting all the mutants today. Crab Turtle Crocodile. Watch out. Uncommons, we have High Alert, Incubation and Incongruity. Okay, so there's another possibility. Code of Constraint. And rare is nice. Hey, Ravager Worm Mythic. Creature Worm 4/5 for a whole lot of mana, 6 mana there. Has Riot. Enters battlefield with your choice of a +1/+1 counter or haste. When it enters the battlefield, choose up to 1. So it fights target creature you don't control, or you can destroy target land with an activated ability that isn't a mana ability. Very nice. And an Azorius Skillgate and a Spirit Token. Okay, so let's look at a seeded pack. We get a Growth Chamber Guardian. Very nice. Elf Crab Warrior. Crack this open, see what other cards we have here, and see what this dude is all about. So he's a creature elf crab warrior, 2/2 for 2 mana, pay 2 in a forest, has adapt 2. So if this creature has no +1/+1 counters on it, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it, and whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on Growth Chamber Guardian, you may search your library for a card named Growth Chamber Guardian, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. Okay, so you would probably need, excuse me, more than one of these guys. If you only have the one, then I don't know, maybe he's okay. Leave a note in the comments what you think. And we get a Simic Locket, that'll be useful. Another Incubation and Incongruity. That's an uncommon. Enrage Ceratox, so we could use this guy. He would be a nice one to put in the deck. Swirling Torrent. Steeple Creeper. Skitter Eel, so we got a couple of those guys now. Aeromunculus, 2 of those, fantastic. Sauriform Hybrid, we have a Human Lizard Warrior, and I'm getting my piles all mixed up here. Commons there. Okay, I think that's it. So pop him over here, clear the mind, and watch some MTG Unpacked videos. Mammoth Spider, Fairy Duelist, Growth Spiral, there's a good one. That would be an auto-include, I would think. Chillbringer with flying. Flyers are king at pre-release, so make sure you chuck in a lot of flyers in your deck. Or lots of removal, or lots of big beefy cards, or things with synergies. So all sorts of things to keep in mind. And a Simic Guildgate. Alright, pop that in the Guildgates here. And let me just check here. Yes, there is a code on the back of that, so we'll keep that there for safekeeping. At some point, this will be revealed, and some lucky viewer will get that code for MTG Arena. So stay tuned, keep your eyes peeled. We have a Prowling Caracal, Gravelhide Goblin, Goblin Shaman! So he's a 2/1 for 2 mana, pay 3 in a forest, he gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Love the goblins. Coral Commando, so we have a couple of those now. Rakdos Roustabout, Sauriform Hybrid, Undercity's Embrace, Watchful Giant, Imperious Oligarch. Act of Treason, so gain control of target creature. Probably wouldn't use that here unless we're splashing red. Law Mage's Binding. And yeah, that one you'd have to splash right. Uncommons, we have Consecrate and Consume. Trollbred Guardian, okay, so he would probably be something you would want to put in this deck. Wall of Lost Thoughts. So some milling action there. And the rare is a Sphinx of Foresight. So this is a creature Sphinx. 4/4 for 4 mana. You may reveal this card from your opening hand. If you do, scry 3 at the beginning of your first upkeep. Has flying, and at the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1. And an Orzhov Guildgate. And a Goblin token. Okay, we're probably not going to use a Goblin token in this deck. But let's have a dig through here. So what do we have? We have a Skitter Eel and a Growth Chamber Guardian foil. Get a close-up view of those. Nice foiling. And a Sphinx of Foresight. Ravager Worm, Electro Dominance. So I'm thinking, you know, maybe splashing in some red might be an option at Tithe Taker. Okay, so let's dig through here. Wall of Lost Thoughts, Trollbred Guardian. Consecrate and Consume. Code of Constraint, that could be a good one. So really it's going to be tough. Do you go 2-color with some crazy creatures, or do you add in a splash of something else? Like black typically has more graveyard synergies or removal, so you might want to do that. Cult Guildmage, I mean here if you took this Rakdos, I mean in theory you could just do a Rakdos deck, but I'm not sure that we'd have enough colors for that here, but definitely I would say blue, green, and maybe something else, or maybe we just go blue, green. Watchful Giant, Sauriform Hybrid, so can probably discount the Rakdos I think, unless you want to do a Goblin, chuck him in. Chillbringer, Growth Spiral, definitely include there. Mammoth Spider, Clear the Mind. Yes, there's some good stuff here. Aeromunculus, we got a couple of those guys. Scuttlegator would probably make the cut. Maybe we think about a Senate Griffin, because I mentioned earlier flyers are pretty good to have at pre-release. So it's just a matter of looking for, if you have things with a lot of synergies with counters, or you want to trigger certain abilities that only trigger when you have certain other cards. So green, blue, black, that's another one. Lifelink, yeah, I'm not really seeing. I would probably maybe put in the red. Okay, so we've got green. I'm seeing a lot of red opportunities here. We could use a Gruul Locket there for that. Wrecking Beast, Senate Courier, and Owl, that would be good. Okay, so lots of options there. Leave a note in the comments what you would do. I would probably either go straight Simic or Simic with a splash of red. And nearly forgot, we have one more pack here just to keep everybody on their toes. Alright. So let's see what we have here. See if that changes our mind. We have a Spear Spewer Creature Goblin Warrior 0/2 for a single Mountain. Thought Collapse, Concordia Pegasus, Feral Marker, Sauriform Hybrid, Dead Revels, Ill-Gotten Inheritance, Imperious Oligarch, Act of Treason, Final Payment. And for the uncommons here we have Angelic Exaltation, Smeltward Ignis, Gatebreaker Ram, there would be another good one to add to the deck. And nice, a Taser Karlov, Legendary Creature Human Advisor 2/4 for 4 mana. If a creature dying causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Nice. Creature tokens you control have Vigilance and Lifelink. Alright, and a Simic Guildgate and a Sphinx token. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button for more Magic the Gathering unboxings, and be sure to tap the notification bell to be notified as soon as new videos are released. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.